And then my book, which you can get at Sibrel.com, and audio that I read or Kindle or print, it culminates with the deathbed confession of Cyrus Eugene Acres, who was chief of security at Cannon Air Force Base, where he eyewitnessed in 1968, June 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, the filming of Apollo 11 on the ground on Earth. He stood beside President Johnson while they filmed it. President Johnson gave him a list of 15 people who were allowed in. I published that list in the book. Some of the people are still alive. He went on to say, and this is not in the book because his son was alive when I published it, he murdered a coworker to keep it a secret. That's the fifth one. He's dying. He wants to get right with God. And as best as we can tell from the Bible, you confess your sin. It does say that, confess your sin. And of course, that really also means to renounce them, to not do them again. He said, I'm a murderer. I killed a coworker because he was going to go to a reporter and tell the world that the moon landings were fake because he thought it was morally wrong. He personally murdered him. He said the reason why he did it was to cover up the moon landing fraud, which President Johnson supervised and whom he received a list from of the 15 people who were allowed in to view it. We publish all this information in the book at Sibrel.com. So then there was a TV special done years ago by Fox. I think it was called Conspiracy Theory, Did We Go to the Moon? It kind of kicked off the series that apparently became of it. They found 4 other astronauts who died mysteriously during the Apollo program. They were backup crews, and they all had fatal accidents within a 2-year period of one another. So if you include the Apollo 1 fire in that time, that's 7 people dying within 24 months of each other, who all work at NASA. I mean, come on, it's not a coincidence. There's somebody knocking these people off. So that's 7 that we know of. I'm sorry, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 that we know of. There's probably some more along the way. It probably killed fewer people than even the JFK assassination, which I understand as many as 200 people were killed to keep that a secret. But it's different. You see, whoever killed JFK, he's dead anyway. Whoever did 9/11 are dead anyway. But this is different. This is candy. This is a sweet lie. This is taking away candy and giving someone a turd. This, according to the news director at NBC, when I showed him this footage of the fake moon landing, he agreed 100%. It proved the moon missions were fake. And he said, this is going to enrage the public. I'm not going to broadcast it. I'll go down in history as the man who caused the Civil War. Can you believe it? He was afraid to show the corruption of the federal government for fear the corrupt federal government would come to an end. I think that's what's supposed to happen. And then another 10 years go by, another news director finds it at NBC. They fly me to New York and they're going to pay me thousands of dollars and they interview me and they pull the plug. They told me because they got a threatening call from the United States government. So it's not a theory. They didn't go to the moon. It's a fact. And that's a sad fact because faking the moon landing is more significant historically than if they had actually gone. This is an important truth that mankind needs to know. And if it doesn't come out, we're going to be stuck with criminals and murderers running the world.